Good afternoon. This is Chris Brecher with a Simpler Stocks free video for April 26, 2016. It's 3:33 p.m. I'm doing this before the close so I can help everybody with Simpler Stocks try to figure out if there are any unusual option activities going on prior to earnings. These are the type of things that we show all the time in what we show all the time on the Simpler Stocks, whether it's on the video, on the premium chat right on the opening, or on forums that I post during the day, is I did this. I posted what earnings are coming out Tuesday morning. What we did on there then is we look and I go through every single one all day to see if there's unusual option activity that I can post that maybe will glean for us what the reaction of earnings will be. Right now, I don't see any, but the way it works is the closer to the event. So the closer to the close today, the more significant the option activity. I had posted 3 minutes prior to Google's earnings coming out on the chat that there was some put buying coming in, some call selling, and sure enough, it worked. So we're going to be watching that up till the close. Usually not within 3 minutes. I can't get that out quick enough for everybody to see. But in the next 15, 20 minutes, I'll be posting. Right now, I don't see any that exciting. But I wanted to go over the overall market and what I see right now. Right now, when I go to my futures and main stocks, I see this. We see the ESs, and I already posted this on the premium side on the forum, is we're seeing the ESs right here above its 9 EMA. Right there. Why am I showing this? Because look on the right and look at the NASDAQ and look at it on its daily and realize that it crossed and had a little moving average cross right there between the 9 and the 20 for the first time this year. Big deal in here. Look how close this is to its moving average. Look how far away the ESs are. That's when I use the moving averages. You get all these pundits on CNBC and other newsletters that try to use this moving average as supporting resistance. I use it a lot as just relative to other indexes. I'm really into correlations, and when you go on a 195, it becomes even more apparent. Look at the ES. I'm going to take the indexes off on the left. Look at the ESs on the left in the support zone. That's a price support zone. There's always different types of support. There can be Fibonacci support, moving average support, or price support. I think price support's always the most important. As you see, ES is first stopped in this area, and now they're at this secondary area of support between 2070 and 2078. Now, contrast that with the NASDAQ on the right, which had this little head and shoulders, which we posted before it broke on the forum, on the chart side, on the premium side. Now at this support, price support right here. If it doesn't hold here, it's finally going to pull the ESs down. Now, like I've showed on here already, look how the NASDAQ is under this 200 while the ESs are way above it. Now, the way to look at this is two things. The way it's been going all year is that the NASDAQ, looking like it's going to break down, it just kicks in to invalidate the divergence. What do I mean by that? Look at the Nikkei on the right, looking like it was Armageddon in there just a couple of weeks ago. In 2 weeks, it went from almost a yearly low to a yearly high. Right when it looked like it was, the ESs should follow the Nikkei, the opposite happened. The Nikkei then tried to catch up to the ESs. So I'm not particularly set yet on saying the NASDAQ and the ESs are going to break down. As you can see, we're even having a late rally now. Also realize this. When I show this on a daily, I want you to realize that I'm not saying that this is a perfect support and resistance, these moving averages. But when all of these sort of congeal at the same price, it becomes important. As you can see, that's around where it is now. Very important in here. Other thing is you have Apple's earnings this week, Amazon's, Facebook's, LinkedIn's. These can affect the NASDAQ dramatically. So it's going to be very interesting how they end up. How the NASDAQ reacts and how those stocks react to their respective earnings. Like you see on the left, the ESs haven't broken down yet. Very important in here. If you put this on a more daily and widen it out a little, you'll see in here on how this area right here in this area become important. If the NASDAQ breaks, and I call it the point of no return under here, you have to think there's going to be some reaction to the ESs. Like I said, you got that moving average cross. You don't have it here. Usually they go hand in hand, which you don't get here. So I'm very curious how that works out the next couple of days. Other thing I'm going to watch in here is the TFs. Notice the TFs look straight up here, but then go under the surface here and put a 195 chart. And then put a 195 again of the ESs. And you're going to notice that on here, on both of them, you have these support areas. Support, support. If the NASDAQ breaks, these are probably going to both break these support areas. That's what we're going to be watching in the next couple of days. Now, just so you know, I love to show you what you get in your subscription with Simpler Stocks. Just so you know, you get all of this. You go to home in here, and what you get in here is you get the chat room. We have that right now from 9 to 10 Eastern. So you get 30 minutes of the opening of me sharing my ideas. You get the premium videos at night, a little more in-depth than what you're getting here, a lot more in-depth. You have your chart ideas, your forum where people post things back and forth. We have about every day, 10 days, a meetup where I basically have a live sort of informal session. We've had one on moving averages, one on ATR trailing stop. We've had a number of them that then are put into a learning center. In this learning center, then you have SS video series, Mastering the Basics. All this is free with your subscription. So I hope you can join us. We have that $7 trial that for $7 you get 30 days. You get to try out the whole site. You get, when we have these informal sessions that a lot of other people pay for, are free with your subscription. So I hope you can take us up on the offer. A lot of our charts will work great. I mean, just anywhere from GNC to Harley Davidson, they've been working really well. So everybody, thank you for listening to the video. I will talk to you tomorrow.